Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a professional contest in the welterweight division. We are scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. It is time to meet our fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with a professional record of no wins and 1 defeat, representing Hyde MMA, it's David Sutcliffe. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the blue corner, making his professional debut and representing Valhalla Gym, it's the hybrid Viking, Quinton De Vreught.
On we move to the professional contest, and the first of 4 on this main card. We are at the O2 Academy in Leeds for Almighty Fighting Championships 5, and we welcome the returning Dave Sutcliffe, man who made his debut here on the last event. Came up short, lost to Dan Castle. I had a conversation with his coaches after that fight and just said how many good things Dave actually did that night. And we agreed on what lost him the fight. So a guy with a lot of potential. Be interesting to see how he's evolved for this one. But Quinton hasn't made this journey to make up the numbers, so it'll be interesting over the next possible 15 minutes to see how it goes. Some single powerful blows just landed for the first 30 seconds.
Very, very heavy hands displayed by Sutcliffe.
Yeah, Sutcliffe's got a good stiff jab, powerful right behind it. As I said, when he made his debut, he gave away a lot of experience to Dan Castle, but he gave him hell in defeat. So, but he looks a lot crisper now. He's slipping well, throwing a good jab.
There's no backward steps with him, really.
Yeah, but he's not rushing either, which is what I like. At times it was scrappy against Castle, whereas you see that then crisp 1-2 and moves back, light on his toes. Another stiff jab. Quinton just trying to figure out his foe at the moment. Good head kick from Quinton.
Yeah, Quinton needed to come back with something quickly before Sutcliffe establishes himself way too much in this first round.
And trading left hands there. Both guys find a home for the target.
Those long legs by Quinton could be a factor in this fight indeed if he keeps throwing kicks out there.
Good 1-2 from Sutcliffe and a good left from Quinton. Now I was going to say, yeah, that's just basically a note to Sutcliffe that he needs to keep the left hand up because that right head kick could come back at any time.
That's it. Quinton's finding his range. He's picked off a couple of jabs against Sutcliffe here. Disguising that kick behind the jab nicely.
Again, trading left hands. Both guys land. And again, both guys quite happy to swing.
You know these Hyde guys are as tough as they come.
Yeah, Sutcliffe threw everything into that punch, caught up, kind of left him off balance, and he just falls. Quinton happy to just jump on top, sit in the guard and just take a breather for a moment.
And when you've got limbs like Quinton's here, the guard's not such a bad place at pro when you can hit those elbows.
Yeah, what do you say? Seen some great fighters over the past. Tito Ortiz, ringing alarm bells, back in his prime, was an absolute beast at ground and pound from within the guard.
No need to pass when you can hit like that.
There you go, short elbow.
See it kind of give him more of the forearm there. And both fighters very busy.
Yeah, both guys not willing just to rest for a moment. Sutcliffe looking to get some form of distance all the time. He's looking to cage walk at the moment, trying to make something out of this.
Crowd really getting behind Dave Sutcliffe right now as well.
Good elbow from Sutcliffe.
And that's what I like to see. It kind of makes you think twice about popping your head up towards the chin. But that was some heavy lever just missing.
Especially when, like you say, you lift your head up for a minute, you've got that elbow coming from the guy on the bottom. And so often have we seen those open guys up, so.
You see it's so many blood vessels underneath that hairline, you only need to open up one and
yeah, it's not just
the vision's blurred.
Doesn't necessarily mean that you're in the defensive position off your back. And Sutcliffe not taking great amounts of damage at the moment. He's tying up the arms, trying to control the head. Now he's just beginning to move. He's got one foot in on the hips and lets it go.
Comes back to close the guard.
Can hear.
Nice little elbow landed there by the hybrid Viking.
You can hear Sutcliffe's corner just screaming out his instructions just to move to his left-hand side.
And even avoided the bigger shots. Sutcliffe starting to just show a bit of wear and tear on his face.
And it'll take a lot more than this from Quinton to cause Sutcliffe problems. We've seen, like I said, from his debut that he is tough as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a chin, so he'll keep coming for as long as the fight goes on. Just looking to create some spaces, Sutcliffe. Just swarmed at the moment from Quinton.
And Quinton doesn't need to pass guard because his limbs are so long, his arms are so long. But Sutcliffe's hitting those downward elbows nicely.
Just reaching the conclusion of the opening round. And like you say,
a bit of a mouse under the eye and a bit of blood just to the side of the head, maybe the back of the ear.
Yeah, I don't know if that's off his opponent though. Maybe the elbow did cut him. So as we were saying throughout that round, elbows from the bottom can be dangerous, and he's got a cut under the hairline, as you said, Dan.
Hey.
But like we say, you're probably going to have to say that maybe Quinton took that round. It was the better punches, the better striking was coming from Sutcliffe. At the opening, he then lost his footing and lost the position, sort of spent 3.5 minutes on his back. Like you say, didn't take masses of damage.
No.
But Quinton had the position, just did enough to stay in the position to the end of the round. But like you say, Dan, how much is that cut going to play a factor now, trickling down into the eyes of Quinton with 10 minutes potentially still to go in this fight?
That's it. I mean, there's great cut men on hand at AFC, but you know, all you have to do is just distort that Vaseline a little bit, you know, just catch that a couple of times, and it's coming straight down your head, into your vision, over your brow. You know, if you're on your back at any point, it can play a real big factor as well. So we'll see how this plays out.
And I think Sutcliffe's going to know that because he loves the right hand coming in behind the jab. So quick little 1-2, like you say, manipulate that Vaseline a little bit. Then there's some blood flow.
He keeps on catching that leg, but the range is so vast. It's so vast that he just can't land that right hand.
Quinton just needs to stay an inch off Sutcliffe's range. Good 1-2 from Sutcliffe.
Beautiful exchange there. Both guys landing.
Good right hand again from Sutcliffe, just lands on the forehead.
That's it. He likes that 1-2, he's good with it.
Like I say, it's crisp striking. When he's thrown it thus far, it's landed.
Straight shots work. You know, you see a lot of looping shots from people nowadays. Jab, jab, cross.
Trying again with a kick is Quinton. And switches. And now the blood is beginning to pour down the face of Quinton.
That's it.
Big deep breath from Quinton. Jab from Sutcliffe, but Sutcliffe takes a big deep breath too. He loves a scrap, does Sutcliffe, and he's getting one.
That's
Quinton's still in the pocket.
That's it. Now Quinton's tired.
Yeah, Quinton took a big deep breath. That looping left hook then just hit nothing but thin air.
Now this is Sutcliffe's chance to kind of get in range to hit him.
Stiff jab from Sutcliffe. Good body kick from Quinton that time.
We've got a fight on his hands here, Chris.
We have a grueling one at that.
Nice inside leg kick as Quinton steps forward there.
And I think that's the right advice from Sutcliffe's corner. Jab and don't stay still. Jab and move. Jab and move. Make Quinton do the work. Make him move. You're tired, but he's obviously the more visibly tired.
Both guys, an exchange of strikes there, a kick for a punch.
Good right hand from Quinton. Eaten by Sutcliffe again. Good stiff jab from Sutcliffe.
It's just it's scary that Quinton's hook is longer than Sutcliffe's jab right now.
Yeah, and we may have single shot contest ongoing here, but what a contest it is.
There's a lot of them being thrown.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them landing too. Looping left hook from Sutcliffe, followed by a stiff jab. Gets out of the way of the jab of Quinton.
For a tall guy, Quinton's dropping down a lot. Maybe Sutcliffe can cotton onto that and maybe just chuck an uppercut at the middle or a knee. as he's coming forward with that 1-2.
Yeah, he's just the action's just slowing, and I think it may be that maybe both these guys are thinking we do potentially have a third round coming.
And the way the chins are holding up right now, I'd say so.
Yeah, both guys breathing heavy, jaws just hanging a little bit low. One punch could change the scope of this fight. Like I said, we have Quinton winning the first round. For me, Sutcliffe's just doing enough here in this second, and it is one hell of a slugfest.
It is indeed. If this don't get the crowd going, I don't know what will.
Absolutely beautiful duck and roll from Quinton with a good right hook behind it. Ooh, clash of heads there. Good left hook from Quinton.
At the same time as 2 or 3 were landed from Sutcliffe. A nice jab cross from Sutcliffe, but he drops his hands. Inside leg kick, jab. That's it, he's starting to pick up the volume a little bit now.
Trading jabs. And Sutcliffe just almost throws the meat cleaver behind it.
He does, yeah. And Quinton's
Beautiful 1-2.
just pouring out there now. He's just pouring that hand out.
I'm not sure if Quinton is relying on his chin, but his chin is being tested, and it's holding firm as he fires his own jab back down the pipe.
In a fight, the one thing you don't want to test is your chin if you can avoid it.
And I think Quinton's cut under the left eye.
Oh,
there's a mouse forming.
And he's winking, he's blinking.
I think it may be cut, and he's bringing the left arm up. The left hand, sorry. So Sutcliffe's cut his man once more, and I think he knew that's why he changed his levels.
Downwards elbows. That's it.
And I think, for me, he's done the right thing there, Sutcliffe. He's just instantly started to throw elbows. Throw them, cut your man, bleed. We'll see in front now as they come over to the corner whether or not he is cut under the eye. Sutcliffe's, I think, yes, he is. He is cutting on around the left eye as we approach the... trading shots inside the guard.
It's a beautiful display of grit and will here.
Sutcliffe doing enough off his back for me there. He may have been taken down. I thought he won the striking battle. He got taken down, but he just threw shots and elbows relentlessly for the final 30 seconds of that round.
Definitely. All to play for in the third round for me, Chris. We've got a round apiece.
Absolutely. I've notched it up to Sutcliffe in the second, Quinton in the first, so 1-1 going into the third. On our unofficial scorecard here at cage side.
What an exciting fight we've got right now.
And I'm going to be the selfish one to say hopefully round 3 follows suit for round 2 and we see more of that.
Oh, definitely.
But it just depends. You can see the cutman having to go to work on Quinton on the far side. Just what damage has been done. He's got a cut just under the hairline above his left eye. He appeared to have some form of mousing and blood in or around his left eye. So how will that hold up? Will we see him shoot?
You know, he could do. I think that he did the right thing when he realised he was just a little too late in the round. He'd already taken a bit of a mauling. And don't get me wrong, he gave as good as he got, but the damage is really starting to show on his face now.
Absolutely, Dean. We're just checking Quinton's okay at the start of this third round.
Yeah, he's definitely a mouse there, just on the ridge of the cheekbone. You know, chiseled cheekbones are great for models, but not so much for fighters.
Third and final round as what has been a truly fantastic contest. We're going to say from what we've seen.
And it was Sutcliffe who went for the takedown, which a little bit out of character for...
Yeah, and it looked like a tired takedown.
Indeed.
Just firing the left hand straight into the left side of Quinton, as Quinton just sort of lies on Sutcliffe at the moment.
Now see, he needs to know that he's got to scoot that backside back to the cage and get up, because it's one apiece. And I'm sure his corner's told him, but that were a nice little short elbow that just bounced his head off the floor there, Chris.
Yeah,
by
another one.
Quinton.
Quinton's now in full mount, and he's trying to be calm with it. He's trying to be collected, and he's secured the possession. Yeah, pushes the hips into Sutcliffe's midriff, and like you say, Dan, grapevines the legs, leeches onto his opponent.
And that's horrible with someone who's got legs longer than you if they grapevine you, because you can straighten, you can kick, you can thrash, and you always find that you never quite outreach their leg.
Good right elbow from Quinton. Good short left elbows.
This could be a turning point very much right here, but there's still a lot of fight in Sutcliffe.
Sutcliffe's never going to go away.
No.
Like I say, we can guarantee that whilst the fight is still going, Sutcliffe will continue. Quinton's, fortunately for him, the more tired of the two, is allowed to be on top, taking some deep breaths.
Yeah, he can buy himself a couple of seconds here and there and just... hang on
I
a
was
minute,
gonna say,
Sutcliffe was just looking for a head and arm from the bottom.
Just for a minute, it looked like he had half a chance.
Yeah. And that's the thing about being tired, you know, you make a few little mistakes and you're on top, you're in mount, people think, yep, this guy's winning. Boom, someone slips his head underneath, you got a head and arm choke. He's just holding on now, though, he's Sutcliffe, he needs to. There we go, that's it, bridge.
This is what Sutcliffe needs. And
that's
now,
what he needs.
with about half of this round to go, Sutcliffe now on top. Is the damage done, or is the time for Sutcliffe as Quinton hunts the triangle choke?
He's still got the arm in there, but he's dropping those elbows. And Sutcliffe comes back with a bit of a half effort of a shot. But it's just a testament to how hard these two men have worked so far in this fight.
And let's see how this one goes now. We're into the latter stages of round number 3, the third and final round, as Sutcliffe looks for the left elbow.
He needs to put in some work now, though.
Yeah, he needs a dominant display through these closing stages. Give the judges something to think about. Like we say, going into this round, we had it one apiece. Quinton definitely took the first half of round 3, but if Sutcliffe can do enough, as he throws a shot to the body, just can't get out the guard of Quinton.
Quinton has that long-rangey kind of leg reach there. Just wraps around your body like an anaconda.
Yeah, Sutcliffe, I was going to say, needs to free out his right arm from under Quinton, which he's now done. Now just looking to throw as much as he can.
He really needs to get to that fence and listen to his corner here. You can hear him shouting, get his head to the fence, get his head to the fence.
Now, what'll be interesting to see if this does go to the scorecards and Sutcliffe manages to stay in top position. If you're a judge and you've marked it one apiece going into this round, sometimes judges can lean with the fighter who finishes the strongest. Yep. Does the work in the second half of the round outdo the work done by his opponent in the first? So we could be looking at a close decision, but Sutcliffe's got to stay busy on top. He can't let Quinton tie him up, which is what Quinton's done to his right arm.
And there's more damage to Quinton's face right now. I believe there's a mouse under the other eye now.
And you can hear Sutcliffe's corner saying, get your other arm free.
He's throwing with everything he's got now, both men.
And this
digging deep.
And this is what you've got to do to try and take it from the judges. I think Quinton's realised that, and he's just throwing shots off the bottom willy-nilly. But if some of them get through, who are we to judge?
Taking a page out of Sutcliffe's book from round 2.
Absolutely.
There.
The shouts from cage side of 50 seconds. We're not sure how accurate that is.
It's 10 seconds, last 10 seconds.
Sutcliffe's got to give it to him now. It's going to be close, is this?
That's it.
Good elbow. And again.
Beautiful. And what an end to that fight.
Contest. Shake of the head from Sutcliffe. He's not sure. Quinton doesn't look overly enthusiastic. I don't think he's sure either. But take nothing away from both fighters. What a superb contest.
What a gutsy performance. You know, sometimes that's when you find out that you're a fighter, when you're in one of those fights that's just gritty and grinding and you've got to just dig deep and fight back or give up. And both guys, credit.
That's it. So third round, Dan, you've got to make the call. Does the work in the second half of that round outdo the work in the first? Will that be what the judges remember? Who knows? Could we be on for a draw? Could we see a split decision? It'll be close either way.
Yeah.
And the judges are just thinking, I mean, I'm looking at the far side there. There looks to be a huff and a puff from a couple of the judges, which to me suggests that this one will be close. As the head judge comes round with the decision to our MC. We will move this one in to our MC, Lee Nicholson. Quinton looks happier now. But ultimately, which way will it go? As we go, as I say, in case to Lee Nicholson to make what was a truly superb fight official.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for two fighters that have just left everything inside the cage this evening. And so, after 3 rounds of action, we head to the judges' scorecards, where we have a split decision. Your winner, in the blue corner, Quinton De Vreught. And your appreciation, please, for David Sutcliffe.